Alrighty, I'm recording. You guys there?
Yep.
Can you hear me alright?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. And I should have set the screen up. See if you can join that stream, alright? Let's pause right now, but... Ian, does it work?
Yep, I am in.
Alright. So, I'm gonna press that bit. Alright, as much as that didn't work, that was a really good stat. You got your demo in, you got your spine, and you got your Salazan, so... Although it didn't work, it's fun. So your number one priority when you're taking this first fight is killing this sniper. Everything is on killing this sniper, because until you do that, you can have no area in this area. So what your soldier's doing here is really good, but he needs more help. Get the right 3 or 4 on 1, and now your sniper got your medic.
Okay.
So you have. So if your medic comes out, what you need to do pretty much is be taking your trade. If your medic's out, you need to be taking your trade. If your medic's not out, you don't need to be taking your trade. They've got no sniper and they've got no demo. You want to take your demo in right now, and you want to be taking your trade as soon as it comes out. But the important thing is that before you trade, the skill set like feeding like 5, 6, like 3 players here right then. So you need to be communicating your medically demo and just saying, okay, we're going to take a trade in 30 seconds, don't die. Everyone back up and do not die. Now you look forward, take a trade, which is good. Trade. Demo's focusing on sniper, it's really good. They flash more. So where this demo's standing right now is a really dangerous spot to be ending an Uber because you get pushed in that corner really easy. You actually want to be ending your Uber where that cart is, and you want to be putting sticky traps on top of the playgrounds to stop the sniper from peeking up there. It was good pressure on the combo, but you just couldn't get anything done because at the end of the combo you all died, so everyone has to leave. I also noticed you died during, like, right as the Uber got popped. I wasn't sure where you died, but you really need to be keeping safe during those Ubers. So I would have liked to seen you up, like, behind the engineer, like up on that hill, or behind the wood there, and then coming in post.
I wanted to go for a shot, but
Yeah. If we're gonna take a trade though, it's really more important that you're going post rather than during the trade. You're just gonna any stabs, so it's very likely. Right, you've got medic out here, so you're going for a nice stab. That's a good decloak spot, you just got unlucky. That's a really, the heavies revved up, they can't do anything. But you're walking forward, you got medads, this is really good, clearing your traps. Now, as I can see you guys rolling here, so your demo, who just died, and your soldier should be forward. So your demo can land up here on top of this little railing, you can bomb up here, and you can get arrowed if you need it from a medic, and you can trap off this area up here. It's a really good place to be forward. I'd also like to see your soldier either go under early, and then bomb up here, post, and land on the combo, or do the same bomb as the demo and jump over this gap here, and land on the combo here. Heavy's going in first, which is a bit unfortunate. You should always, if you're just burning like this, you should drop down and take that back. Because right now you're really hard for your medic to be in there. So a really good decloak spot, especially when they're not using it, is in this hallway here, because it's really hard for them to see, or even back in this window and then jumping down here. Like right now, if you decloaked up here, there's no pyro, and you could actually like look at here, see what's going on, jump out, sap, and then use a good spot to decloak. Combo's on the right thing, making sure you're beaming your medic, nothing getting buffed, that's really good. I would actually play close to your sniper here, you want him to make sure he's winning these fights. And you don't want that spy to get him, like we're about to now. So if your sniper's taking this wide angle, which is fine, you just gotta make sure you support him by checking for spies here and making sure he's fully buffed. Alright. Clearing house, that's fine. Clear trap, that's also good. Now, Pyro's getting out of here, 6 attack, no 6 trap. Going up on catwalk's fine. See what you do here. This is a really hard point for Spy. It's really hard for you to do anything. Your ideal place you can get is in with the heavy in elbow and go for a stab. This also works, it's just risky. The Pyro saw you, but you got it, so that's nice, and good serve. So that's just one opportunity there, but also you could have crossed here, come up here, got this pack, and just waited here, and decloaked as soon as the heavy peak, and stab the heavy. Like, or even decloak here, stab the heavy. Once this elbow is clear, it allows your team to walk up without having to worry about this heavy. So that's why your medic and everything died, because there was a heavy shooting at them, and the demo shooting at them, and they couldn't started to shoot. So if you use a Spy to kill this heavy, it gives your combo a lot more space. You also need to make sure you guys are focusing a little bit cart. So when your medic and demo were dying, I would have liked to see times 3 in this cap and getting as far as I can. So yeah, right now your scout's capping but nothing's happening. This demo should be putting 3 stickies right here and hitting the cart, or the soldier will be shooting the cart. And you see the scout's barely any cap time. Okay. So you've got to coordinate your pushing of the cart with when your combo walks up. Soldier did a nice bomb there, killed the heavy, and then you're shit out. This is a really dangerous spot here because they always spy check it, but you made it work. And spy pushing the cart is also can be really good if you need to. This is a good thing, but I would like to see a heavy sitting in here. So rather than a heavy peeking here, trying to shoot people long range, doing 5-10 damage, if he'd come around this left side here, he could have held drop down and made sure there was no sneaky people hiding in here. So this is a really good spot for heavy to defend. Combo's pushing. Now, they're 2 down, Scout and Spy, so it's going to be really difficult pushing in here, especially without Uber. You do manage to get in though, because the demo's not here, so this is really good. Especially got the medic. This is another really hard spot for Spy. The best decloak I can say is actually, rather than trying to do like what you did then and stab through here, I'd actually rather go up the top. Oh, sorry. I just really broke down. So rather than being here, come around these stairs and go up the top, and then either sit up here on the rail, like on this bit here, and then jump down and stab, or sit on here and then jump down and stab. It's a lot harder to see. But you're the sniper, that's fine. And you look good. So your heavy got killed in here because it's a really easy spot to stab, but so I'd like to see you guys go under a bit more. This is a really risky thing and it should be very never possible to push it. So you can send your combo under and then they sit in here and they can kind of pressure down here. And they can also pressure here with the gun. So just a really good thing to think about is the soldier can actually, the heavy or the soldier can shoot rockets through this gap at the gun. Like through the gap. So if your soldier and your heavy can have this place down here, they can shoot rockets and they can destroy the gun from here. That's why that gun spot's pretty weak, because you can just shoot rockets right up through there. Eventually your combo does it though, which is good. Now you're going to make sure when you're walking like this, your heavy should be back here and watching your back. Because right now if anything comes behind you, you kind of get killed. And they're all taking the same damage. So your heavy just really needs to, like, they're all just taking the exact same damage. And when you Uber, you're going to have to flash 3 people if you do. You save it, which is good. Oh, yeah, okay. You either need to use earlier there, or save it and not use it all. Like your medic could have left there, and it would have been fine, and you would have 100% ad, and then you take a full Uber with all 9 players up. As a spy here, I really hope you don't touch the cart. So you see how the cart's rolling back, it's got like backward momentum. It's being touched by your scout, but at this stage it's really hard for your scout to touch it. So any time you can get on the cart right now, is a scout is really, really good. And it's going to be impossible for you to get up there. It's honestly not even worth trying. Yeah, this is really good. Exactly what you need to be doing. I've got this thing here. So as a spy, also, often this will be an issue because you can't jump past this. It's a box of stairs. So every time you can kill this and sap it, it just gives you more attention away from the combo. Right, so now you've got these 3 players here. You guys need to be upper top in tiles. Doing this demo. This demo needs to be dead. He's by himself, there's 3 players here, he should not be alive this long. Unfortunately you'll die, which happens, but yeah, just focusing these like out of position targets, like still the demo is completely by himself. And your demo's pressuring him, but rather than do this, where he's fighting 2 angles, if he's down here, he's fighting right and left. If instead he'd gone back through here and fought on stairs, he would have had a better option, but... There's a cart pressure here. There's not the stab spawn, that's really good. I love your demo positioning, this is really good. This is exactly what we talked about, and it works really well. I would have liked to see your heavy maybe play over here, deny this spawn door and help with the main spawn door. But he's not too bad when you need the cart push. But just remember that this entire game your heavy's been playing very like close to other players, and heavy gets a lot of value from being on the off angles, like here, or even just like here, and watching from above, or even just playing a little bit wider, like playing over this side. The scout and the engineer and then maybe the spy should have enough momentum to push this. There's enough players, and the soldier, I wouldn't say where he was, but I would have liked to seen him up here. Right, up at first. Okay. Did you guys not put grip traps? Did you put any traps? Are they in the rock? Yeah, they're in the rock. This is good. It's just illegal in officials, so make sure it's allowed on your league. But that's a good spot. But crit stickies aren't necessary. Crit stickies aren't always necessary because they get like cleared a lot, so that's fine. Where are you during this?
I have a question about like stickies. Like who should I dead on? Like, cause the medic's not gonna come out until...
No. Demo is a really good one. Obviously, the best thing for you to do is actually wait for your spy to call it. So, from here, obviously he can see who's coming out and who's coming to your traps. So either the demo will jump from spawn, or the soldier will jump, and you won't be able to dead on them. So, it's up to you really. You can either hold it and see if you can get value, or you just dead on the first kill that's guaranteed and you take it. So just watch how they jump.
Okay.
So every kill is heavy because it's a guaranteed kill and you're not going to get anything else. So I would have liked to seen Sleepy call the jet now. I mean they cleared it, but yeah. That's why often trapping really far away from the spawn door can be hard. So although it's a good trap, maybe if you had, the other thing is if you have crit stickies, you don't have to put all your traps in one basket. If you don't have crit stickies, you need to put them all there. So instead you could have put some traps like maybe this top left door here, so that on the 2 seconds after the door opens you get, and you hurt the soldier and you hurt the demo and you maybe kill 2 of them. That will stop the stack by like 10-15 seconds. It's really, really good. The other thing is you can always put them on the cart and deny the cart pushes. So your engineer and your heavy, your engineer and your scout or your heavy will often instantly walk on the cart like they did here. They place the thing down and they just walk forward. If you place like 2 stick tracks there, either you kill them and it's great, or you don't. But if you put some stickies there and some stickies here and some stickies on each of the doors and then dead on the 2-second mark, you're likely to get many kills. Because the spy will almost always roll out this door and then walk up the hill, or roll out this door and walk up here. So if you get the first 2 seconds, you might kill the spy. If you leave some on the cart, you might kill the cart pushers. And if you're really lucky, you might kill anyone that bombs on the 2-second mark. So I actually like spreading mine out between the 3 and then just deading in the first 2 to 5 seconds, trying to get the thing. Or like I said, you get Sleepy to call your deaths. Either one. I don't know why the soldier's back there, I guess. As long as no one dies, make sure you're bombing if something like that's happening. Alright, so their medic is out. Their medic is out and you've seen it. Your scout's called it and you've seen the beam particles. So your sniper right now, they're sniping there, which is fine. You're piping them, which is good. Your engineer's wrangling. So I look where your engineer's standing right now. It's the same issue you had on product. There's 5 people in this one area, and one sticky gets about 200 damage if it's placed right. Your engineer could be playing there, like behind him on the wooden part behind him. He'd still be safe from spy because there's nowhere good for them to decloak, and he doesn't get bombed in the damage. You could also be playing back there near the rock, and you can spy check the rock, then pull out the Wrangler. So he's quite safe back there, and he's also safe from sniper back in that corner. So just making sure you guys are spreading out. There's also a bit of a risky gun because the stickies that will land here with your gun and your combo. So we'll see where this trade happens. As soon as your scout calls their route, I would have, like, before they got this close, your engie could have pulled the gun back and separated it from the combo. Because during a trade, it's really important that the gun isn't near the combo, otherwise you're going to get the gun and the combo with one of the stickies. Oh, this is a perfect example. See that sticky right there? So to land right here, so that hit the gun, and so that he hit 4 players. It got deflected, but the principle still stands. Your pyro needs to make sure he's full on ammo here, which is good, and he needs to be in front, so he needs to be close to this wall. Because as soon as he trades, he needs to press on the It's also become really helpful for your pyro to keep the gun alive. So when he places 3 or 4 stickies on the ground here, there's 2 cool tech you can do. One, obviously, is his detonator. Detonate the gun. It also like removes all the stickies, and it's really good. You can actually do an engineer tech though, where you shoot the ground below your gun with rockets, and it shoots the stickies away from your gun. You understand what I'm trying to say? So like with the Wrangler, you just point it at the face of your gun, and you right click, and then all the stickies like fly off in different directions. So it's a really good way to avoid taking out 200 damage on your gun. And if they dead, you still get the Wrangler out. So of course. Oh, did you hear any of that? Was I muted?
No, we can hear you.
Okay. But yeah, that's a really good tech. So that's one of the issues with having the gun there, is that they walk in, they kill 2 players, and they kill your gun with the same stickies. So like I said, back here we're doing really good. Also would have seemed like your heavy to be shooting this soldier. You saw him bow in from the top. So this heavy is really important that he kills him, or he may have come from behind. Regardless of the case, as soon as rockets start flying, you've killed your engineer already. I would like to see your heavy turn. Your heavy's not going to do much shooting these targets over here, so getting your pyro and your heavy to turn on this guy now would be really useful. It's actually not believing. Your medic's stalling him too, you've seen him. You've got to listen to your medic go. Also working on his reflex. He took a lot of damage there, so it was a bit risky. You guys need to leave. So, on first, it's really important that you guys know when to leave. If you get forced on first, it's almost worth leaving with the Uber. So you guys walk back, you flash your heavy, and then you walk back into the pocket. Right now, you've got 3 players up, they've got 7, and they're going to walk into you with Uber. Oh no, not Uber, they got forced apparently, but the point still stands. So you need to leave because the medic's about to die. So when you're Ubering, you should be fading up on the hill, up near your pyro, like past your pyro even. So rather than like here, I would fade up on the hill, like above him. There's Imagine. Oh, he gets out. See that sniper shot right there? That sniper shot was him almost dying. If he fades up here though, when the Uber ends, he doesn't risk the sniper shot, and he also saves. Right, this is really good, except you... Yep. I like this positioning. There you are, you're calling, and I like your own cloak and dagger, it's really, really important here. So, some really good spy spots you should be going for is the sniper. The sniper is like a key pick on this area. So you can always do the... Yep, stab like decloak here, that's close to you, like here. And then try and jump over. You can decloak here, I know it's a very common spot, but it's really good to walk up and stab the sniper. The other one is behind this rock. I know it gets spy checked a lot as well, but it's really good. As soon as you lost your sniper, they all walk up on the hill and they get your face. You guys need to be leaving. A lot of players down. I think it's the same thing we talked about on product. Making sure you guys are leaving when you realise you've got enough players dead. There's no point trying to hold a point and dying for it. You're dropping it early. And as much as your comms, I'm sure have been really good here, there is also been some few opportunities for you to go for stabs. So right now, you can still comb the same thing, but you can be a lot closer to the sniper. So sniper running Razor though? I don't know where it is. But you could have been here and like here and combed the same thing you did from back there. And you would have been closer to an ammo pack, or even up here and combed it. Yeah, that's risky. I would also like to see you just be more proactive in general. Like they've just walked through pretty much 2 points, and you really haven't done a whole lot. You got a couple of good stabs, like the sniper there is really important. And one good thing you can think about on this point is if they're still back spawning like they are now, sitting up in this window up here, and then like still waiting for a sniper to respawn, or waiting for a med to respawn, and a demo or anything like that, and then jumping down and stabbing like right here. It's really good, and this fire will spot pyrochecker, but if you would go with the sniper or with your medic, really good. But getting the forward pick is also really good. So it's really important that your gun needs... Oh, okay. This is important thing. So heavy's here, he's got forced out, and you see now they walk up because there's no heavy crossfiring. So when the combo is down here, your heavy should not be crossing this line. So let's find a good angle on this. So your heavy is here. So your heavy's in this point here. As soon as he sees anyone here, he can shoot them, or he goes and stands on top of the bucket and hides. If he peeks out past this line, the change in texture, then he's gonna die. The demo man's gonna shoot him, and he's just gonna die. He needs to, if he wants to peek out over the line, he has to wait for your demo to be shooting as well. Now you didn't see any stickies, you didn't see any pipes, so your heavy needs to be hiding. At the meantime, you also can't be giving up this much space. So right now, you've got massive ad, right? You've got 70% ad. You need to be taking a trade on your everyone. Heavy, pyro, demo man, and ideally a scout. I know you just died, but whoever we can, as many people as we can, and you need to be walking into them right now and trying to get some space. So when you've got massive ad like this, it's a really good opportunity to get yourself more space. So right now your NG can't build a gun, because they're going to kill a gun very quick. The sniper is about to peek you on the stairs. I did look. Sorry. Yeah, sniper's about to peek you on the stairs. Their medic is about to walk up and like be real close to your players, and your demo man's about to peek. So it's a hard call, but at this stage you really need to be using, and you need to be walking forward and killing as many players as possible, and buying time for your engineer to set up. And if you don't want to do that for whatever reason, you need to leave. See right now your engineer's having such a hard time, you can't get a gun up at all, and you're all hiding in this one little corner. Now you know they're close because your soldier called it, and he did a great thing. Exactly right, this is exactly right. You've got to be about 5-10 seconds earlier on it. You got to trust that your team, we better kill their medic rather than waiting until their medic dies. Also, if the heavy's here in an Uber, there's nothing for him to do besides spy check. Your pyro's in the Uber because he's at the front, and that's fine. Your heavy should be doing everything, like nothing else but snipe checking. You're gonna stand over here, spy check for the sniper, check back here, defending his engineer, stand back here. You also gotta be careful. As soon as the car comes past this line here, as soon as the car comes past that line, it's on the flat, you should give up the point, because the spy capping potential is just too high. And right now, you need to be in tiles, and you should be like already set up. You should have stickies on the top door, and you should have this area trapped off where their soldier is now. So when they first cap the point, the demo can stand up here in these stairs, and you put some stickies up in this corner or up on the lights, and you get a free kill as soon as they enter. Once he does that one death, he backs up and his stickies like normal. Very risky. So what you need to be doing here is you just need to be saying to your demo. So let's recap. You're locked in this little corner. your demo is trying to put some stickies here, and he's trying to put stickies here, and it's not really working. He gets the demo, but he doesn't get anyone else. Your heavy is just sitting here the entire time, just waiting. So this is a good time for your heavy to be full buff, 450, and jump around this corner and fight. We call it clockwork, which is this front bit, because it's got a clock in it. You fight a full clock, and you get your demo to stand here and put stickies and pipes in that doorway and watch under. Heavy should notice that. Oh, good job. Yeah, always be careful. Heavy should actually stand here, so that way Spy can't cross him as easily. If he stands back in this corner, he gets used on. Pyro is going good. Put that here. Ooh, I don't know if you just got or you had already, but you need to be making sure your Pyro doesn't drop there. Yeah, that was a big thing. You did a really good job of leaving. Spy's gonna kill him. Oh, the Spy used it to jump over his head. Okay. Yeah, I like it. Oh, nice. Good work. And that was exactly perfect target priority. In this situation, that is your main target for sniper heavy playing in this area. Decloaking in this corner is also good, because often they're not looking in this corner, going for stabs. Or you can even decloak here on this corner. Another funny spot you can decloak of is like here. You can sit on top of this fire extinguisher and you can be here and decloak. So sometimes if they're like playing aggressive and they're like peeking out here, putting stickies or whatever on defense and you're on attack, you can jump up here, you can decloak up here and then jump down and kill the demo. So you've retaken tiles now, you see him has, which is really good. Putting stickies on there, which is really good. But he's just got no one to watch his back. The demo right now is being really risky. Good work on this. Yeah, that's hard. That's a bit difficult. Avoid the under area mostly, because there's no ammo down here. You either want to be playing back here in elbow and going for stabs of people here. So a good decloak spot is right here, and then you just like stab anyone in here. Or you can even like decloak here and stab people around. So I like playing this three-way door, it's really good on Spy. Other than that, the uppers area up in here when they have it. I know your heavy died trying to get there, but your heavy could have got flashed and gone down to the god spot. It's really, really good. We talked about it, so I'm not sure if he's going to go there now, but it's going to be really good to go now. The mini situation is fine. If you've got no gun, go mini. So I think what we'll do is we'll go back and look at that last from your perspective only. 82. Let's go to 80,000. We'll go back further. I just really want to spectate you on this last point because the Spy can be really difficult. Let's go back a bit earlier because I really want to see what the effective level on this Spy is. Because it's quite difficult. And I do want to see what's going on. So they've capped the point, which is all good. Like I said, your demo can trap aggressively up here and get 2 or 3 people. Your soldier down here is fine, but it's very risky. You trade, that's right. Alright, let's see what you're doing. Really good spot, which is really, really good, except a good team, the NG would have killed you. Unlucky, that happens. Spy shit. So, let's see where you go from here. I'd like to see you go to shit house maybe, like in the side. And try and get a stab, or yeah, right here, perfect. Now, it's harder on like payload maps, but going for stabs has the same premise as COD. You need to be going for stabs when things are happening. So you saw the mover then? Yeah, very risky. So you saw the mover then, so you know they're going to be fighting up here in this kind of place, they're going to be trying going up there. If that was me, I would either go here, try and get a stab, because they might flee through main, or I would stay close all the way until I get up to here, and then decloak here. Just by waiting that long, just by waiting a little bit longer, you had a much more like better rate of like stab. So yeah, it's the same thing's happening where you're trying to like do tough spy, like trying to stab as many people as you possibly can. You just gotta be a little bit more patient and try and kill when they're like almost doing something. So these last 3 lives, you've had like some impact, you know, you got 1 or 2 kills, which is really good, but just being a little bit more patient slows the game down, and slowing the game down is what you need right now, because your team's getting like kerfuffled and they're just killing as many people as they can, and they're just trying to like pub their car pretty much. So you know where the sniper is. Sniper's a really good pick here. Ignoring those spies, I hope. Good job. So this whole time, probably should have been avoiding these players and going for the sniper. Come through here, up this side, and then just try and go for a stab here. Or something. That whole time you couldn't get any ammo, because they were right on top of the ammo pack, and you also couldn't go anywhere. So when the pyro and the medic are just like in this room, there's just really not much you can do. You gotta wait till the medic is on these stairs. This is a really weak spot for the medic, because they stand here being the demo or being the heavy, whoever's going in. You can decloak here, and like go around the corner, decloak and stab. The pyro will often be in the front, reflecting sickies. So just waiting for that medic to move up the stairs a bit more. Or if you'd gone there a little bit earlier, and you'd gone like behind them, you got them in the same spot. Yep, really good. I like this. Nice. I like it. So when like you got unders here, obviously you got there like died or whatever. But before that, if you went for that stab here, and you went around and you stabbed someone, you died. If you hadn't died there and instead just waited for a good stab, you wouldn't have got caught in that position. You would have had just as good an opportunity now. So just being like patient with your stabs and going in can be really good. So I'll just show you. Underscore upward. So except say you're yeah. Oh, it's just
I'm moving this.
So rather than have your gun like here,
There wasn't
where it
getting any lighter.
except stickies will land like right here, and they'll splash the gun and they'll splash a combo. So instead of that, there's a couple of spots you can do. One, like the most common one, is here. It denies that area on roof up there, which is really good. It denies this top right area, and it denies this space. So it's a really good spot. There are some more wacky ones you can kind of look at. So,
Packing up.
here, that's is also very good. Helps your flank a lot, but you're just very risky to spies decloaking up there. So if that's the case, you play your engineer here, and he just rescue ranges it. And then as soon as he sees the spy coming, he either wrangles the spy, shoots a pie, or he goes in and just like fixes it. So just that was a big issue with your first use of the Uber, got your gun and your thing. The other thing is that tip is something about shooting like rockets on the ground like that, or like like that, and it will shoot all the rockets that way. So like say your team's here, you don't want to shoot rockets that way, so you go on like that side of the gun, like you do another rocket, and rocket spread it that way. So that was really good. That's just a tip for your engineer. This is a really good spy spot. I like it. It's really good to kill the sniper and the heavy. Also here is as long as you don't fall off, like there's another good spy's decloak spot. Bang up here, and you can play like really far back, and then you can just kind of go and you can stab anyone up here, or you can even drop down and go for a med play. So if the med's really bunkered in, that might be an opportunity. This one on attack on first is not very good because the engineer will always spy check it, so just be careful. It's risky, but if it works, it works. This is where I would like you to stand when I'm saying that if they're trading, I want you to stand up here, and then you go in and you sap the gun, and then you go for a stab post. Or you sit, if you got cloak and dagger, or depending on how much cloak you got, you stand up here, you wait for the Uber trade, you come up, you sap the gun, and then you stab, like here, and it puts you in a good position. So either one of these two positions are really good for post, rather than trying to go for a stab pre-Uber. As I noticed, your engineer had a bit of a funny gun placement on... so you had it here, which is fine. It covers this top area and it covers the thing. But there's one thing you gotta think about is often the demo man will be right here, and he'll be shooting pipes and stickies right there to hit your combo, because your combo is playing up there. And so if he does that, your gun is likely to catch a lot of pipe and a lot of stickies, and makes it a lot more work for you. What you can do ultimately is put it here, in the middle. Does the same thing as denying that top space and denies tunnel. And also, there's a bit of the hitbox is kind of broken here. So, from here, like it can shoot here, and it can shoot all the way up to this point here. And even if it shoots here, wait, where is it? There's like a hit. I think I'm on the wrong version of the map, but pretty much this gun can shoot like along the track, and it's really, really good. So moving your gun slightly to the track side can be really, really helpful for avoiding the damage. Your dispenser here was really good, and your sniper was playing here, which is fine. Once again, just be really careful of the spies here. This is a really good decloak spot for you. Decloak here, go for a stab. The other one is often a sniper will be playing like right on these rocks, like on attack, and they'll be looking through here like this. If that's the case, one of the best ones to go for like a stab is either back here in the corner, because it's like the combo can't even see you, and you go for a stab. Or if you want to be like a little bit swish and extra, you can stand up here, you can comm, and then when the sniper's alone, you just go for a stab, and you stab the sniper. So those are some really good decloak spots. The other thing is if they combo their demos playing like here, which they often do, I shoot cookies like this, you can actually decloak like here, and just get like a sneaky stab, and then you get air blasted away, and you'll live, usually. So don't be afraid to do this aggressive one, and go for it. And if you want to be hyper aggressive, you can even like decloak here, and go for a stab. If you want to be more safe, like I said, up in this window is really good. You walk up and you stab someone, or even like back here on this corner, and then decloaking this window a lot more. I would like to see you use this whole area up there just a lot more in general. Yeah.